All right, so you can sort of feel an uptick in terms of the crowd energy. A lot of these fans came to watch this man who you think has the skill set to be a future UFC champion.
I do, John, and I will go on record saying it. I believe this kid has a huge future ahead of him. He has a ton of skills. He checks all the boxes. He's got the wrestling, he's got the grappling, he's got the cardio, he's got the toughness. He can do it all. But it is on him now to make good on all the work that him and his team have done to put him in this position.
And the UFC, as you well know, does a masterful job with the matchmaking. When a fighter is this hyped and gets to this point of their career, they give him a guy who they think can beat him. We'll see how he handles this challenge tonight. Well, best of luck trying to handle the pressure wrestling game of this individual who has really taken the division by storm. And as was the case for you oftentimes in your career, even when the opposition knows what's coming, you can't stop.
Yeah, because this kid has so many different ways to attack you in the wrestling realm. Unfortunately, John, he has not developed striking to that level. So if you can keep him up right now, we've seen everybody deal with it, but you can't get that takedown. What's left for this guy?
Yeah.
Does this guy still believe? How does he operate in those moments where he doesn't really know what to do? We're gonna find out tonight, because this is his toughest fight to date.
And he said he slept in his singlet last night for good energy. Can't be comfortable. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Jack Della Maddalena! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad!
Herbert Dean's in the building. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, here we go, round one with Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. And a lot of people were willing to forget the name when he lost to Jeff Neal back in 2019. This man has been on an absolute tear ever since, training now at his native Chicago and White Valley's Academy. But it's the wrestling, it's the suffocation on the ground that Muhammad maybe didn't have early on in his UFC career that has become a staple of his recent success. Fighter connects there. All right, didn't take us long to get our first clinch situation here. Some wrestlers pursue the takedown at distance. This guy has no issues trying to get it out of this clinch situation.
No, he loves this clinch because he's got a great inside-out trip. He does a good job of changing his levels to get to the hips. He's just a good fighter from in close. He has spent a lifetime developing his skills. He wants to impose his will as
And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
And mixes in a takedown. Why not? All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Muhammad's in half guard. Staying offensive off of his back as he lands a strike from the bottom position.
There it is. Now he's running him out. Oh, nice.
Muhammad's right back to the full mount here. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Just over 3 minutes to go in our first round. Oh, Postures up and lands a huge head strike there. Nicely done by Muhammad. All right, half guard form here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back in position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here, and if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop the
fight. You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this, DC. Oh, good work here to the body by Muhammad.
Great ground and pound by this man.
Oh, strong reversal on the ground here. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. Oh, when you get in a bad spot on the ground and you want to reverse it, that's what you need to do.
Masterclass in changing position, unreal to see.
Muhammad's got the full mount. Oh, great ground strike there, and now blood is a factor. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Oh, now he bails on the submission.
He's in the mount.
Under a minute now to go in the round. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's gonna try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Muhammad's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here.
Push that knee and slide to side control.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
Another ground and pound strike lands.
Nice strike lands from the bottom fighter.
Oh, good ground and pound here. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
What a round it was for him, DC. And, of course, the seminal moment, that big knockdown that he will try to piggyback on here in this next round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he builds off of the momentum that he gets from that last round. How does he deal with the success that he had and not push too hard too early trying to find the finish? You have to let it come to you as the knockdown came to you in the previous round.
All right, let's check out some of the action, DC, and how about the punching acumen by that fighter in that previous round?
He does not waste anything. He does not loop punches. Everything's tight. Everything's precise. He's a sniper. We always talk about how he's a sniper. He is a sniper, and it showed in that exchange that allowed him to drop his opponent.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You gotta go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's right for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Oh, hook shot blocked there by Muhammad. Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other.
Yeah, we knew this would be very competitive. We this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight, but we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Well, you don't blame him for continuing to badger that cut. Things are getting bloody, champ.
Yeah, you got to be careful now, because as it bleeds, you got to worry about the blood going into the eye. Now it's time to start being on high alert.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Belal Muhammad. 3 minutes to go. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Muhammad. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through.
He's got to be careful here.
Let's go. Work for that back position.
All right, side control now.
Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position.
Working in half guard here, making these shots count.
Massive shot from the top.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Muhammad's back in side control. Just over 2 minutes now to go in round 2.
He's going Kimura now.
Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Also, how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You got to make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission.
Well, if you like blood, maybe this is the fight for you, but that cut just continues to get targeted by his opponent.
He's a bloody mess, Jay. He's been beat up. The guy has been targeting the eye, and now the cut is at a stage that I don't know if he's going to be able to be in there much longer.
Ground and pound strike there now. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. So the crowd absolutely loving it as these fighters work their way back to the feet.
The fighters are back to their feet now, and they can take in the applause because they deserve it after that grappling exchange.
Nice job defensively there as he keeps his hands up, not just protecting his face, but also what is a pretty significant.
You cannot allow that to get hit anymore, because the more it starts to split, then the blood starts to go into the eye. It not only is damaging in terms of the physical appearance of the cut, but the blood going into the eye almost completely shuts down that side of your face.
So a much different approach from him here in round 2. Took him a while to find the range, get in his striking rhythm. He has found it here, and as a result, has really picked up the pace in round 2. 30 seconds to go in round 2. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. 20 seconds to go. Well, wisely, he continues to strike right on that cut, and the blood, I think, is becoming a real factor now.
Yeah, the blood is becoming a factor, because now you start to worry about the blood going into the mouth, the blood going into the eyes. You just got to worry about the entirety of the face being covered from the cut. It's going to be hard to get through this.
And the horn sounds on round 2. All right, there's the end of the round, and hopefully not the end of the fight. He doesn't look as handsome as he did when he walked out. That is a severe gash on his face.
Don't worry about the blood, okay?
All right, back to the stools we go. Offensively, a lot to like from him, but on defense, he hasn't been able to stop anything tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be the whole game, though, John. He's got to be willing and able to do everything. He's done a good job on the offensive side, but he has not defended well, and now he's dealing with that nasty cut. That cut is going to be an issue as the fight goes forward. He's got to change something.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. Straight right is there. Pretty good stuff getting that kick home.
Big double leg, double change.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loves, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow.
Right.
You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat.
Well, it looks like that Darce's tight.
Very smart there. You never favor submission over a dominant position.
And now he's got the back.
Every time he lands, the cut gets worse. What a great job recognizing his easiest path to victory.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Belal Muhammad. This is some exhausting work, man.
It is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. No takedowns is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Under 3 minutes here to go in the round. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Muhammad.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
Push off an elbow.
Great job being busy off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
This is where he wants to be.
Oh, we got blood now, folks. Doctor might need to step in shortly. We got a huge situation here. Oh, these are some serious power punches from the top by Belal Muhammad.
Great job landing from the top position.
Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. Working out of the half guard here. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
You cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Striking pretty well from the bottom here. Well, this UFC fight is sort of dissolving into a horror movie. I don't need to see any more damage inflicted.
You don't have to lose everything on one night. His corner can stop the fight now, and he would be mad now, but he would appreciate them later because it will extend his career going down the line. Great defense by this fighter.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Belal Muhammad.
Now he's going full mount. That was a slick transition.
Muhammad's right back to the full mount. Oh, man, you gotta credit him for continuing to attack that area, but that cut is getting harder to look at by the minute.
Yeah, it's hard to watch, and, we spoke about this guy and how impressed we were with his fight IQ and how smart he was in his approach. Shows again, he got his opponent hurt, and he has been on that cut the entire time. Great job.
Oh, he's got that arm in tight, DC. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. Well, no surprise to see that eye continue to be targeted. Some replays from the previous round in which a lot of damage was doled out.
Well, the cut man's got some work to do to try to give this kid an opportunity
to stay in the fight, because the reality is he has taken far too many shots to the eye, and now he's dealing with a nasty cut. He has got to change something.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Wow! What a land right there, the seminal blow of the fight.
I mean, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut.
Oh, big knee to the body.
1, 2, 3, high kick down.
All right, so he's landed a few big uppercuts already in DC. I know you're in. Oh, double leg takedown. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Oh, nice judo toss for him. It's getting really hard to watch him absorb shots on that eye. I wonder if the referee's thinking about calling in the doctor now.
Well, John, the entirety of the fight, that has been the target of his opponent. He has not adjusted defensively, and now he's paying for it. Now, somebody's going to have to save him.
Nice positional control here. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Oh, the ground and pound is there.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time. Yep, got to be very careful there.
Now's the time for the hammer fist. Drop that hammer on him. Drop the hammer.
3 minutes.
All right, stay in there, buddy. Recompose. Use your footwork, and let's get focused.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Squeeze that arm triangle.
Oh, it's tight.
Get that jump.
This has got to be the end of the fight.
Rampaging Alexio Oleinik. Somehow he got out, though.
Great job clearing the hips, facing, and getting out of that Ezekiel choke attempt.
Continuing to work out of the half guard.
Great shot from the top position.
We'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the feet.
They may be tired, but that fatigue is warranted. That was a high-level grappling exchange between two phenomenal grapplers.
Oh, how about that? Strong reversal on the ground.
Win this scramble. Win this scramble.
Getting him out here. He's trying to get to a half guard at least. At minimum, try to go to half guard.
Just work.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground.
Get those wrists. Control your wrists. Move. Scramble.
Changing the position. Oh, right into mount.
Posture up and stay heavy.
Muhammad's in half guard now. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do. And there you go, again, half guard.
Oh, how about that transition and top position? Beautiful work by Muhammad. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Muhammad ground and pound from half guard. 10 seconds to go in round 4. Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here.
Time,
20
time.
minutes in the can, 5 to go. All right, well, somehow, some way, he finds his way back to the stool, but the cut man better hustle his way in there. That cut around his eye is getting extreme now.
Don't worry about the cut. Just protect it.
All right, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round as they attend to that pretty nasty cut in his eye area.
You got to lock in defensively, man. You cannot be out there just fighting. His opponent is too high level to try to fight him with his ego. Now he's dealing with a nasty cut over his eye. Why do you need another thing to manage when you already got one of the best fighters in the world in front of you?
You ready to fight? You ready?
So here it is, folks, 5th and final round. Strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Straight right, he misses. Punches in bunches as he lands another combination there, really doing a nice job stringing his shots.
He's doing a great job of stringing the shots together and also just mixing up the target and the attacks. Great job finding different places for his strikes to land. My goodness, he has a great double leg.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Muhammad. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Armbar set up here.
Nice setup on that armbar. Oh, he's got the armbar deep.
Oh, gives up on the submission now, so preferring to maybe get to a dominant position instead.
There it is, now he's running him out.
Muhammad's in half guard. Well, his superior grappling has certainly been the lead narrative in this one. The takedowns, the ground control, he's got it all going tonight.
He's doing a great job of dictating.
Muhammad's got his hand looking for a guillotine choke. Oh, gives up on the submission now.
Well, he had it tight, John, but then he decided to keep the dominant position by giving it up. He's got to start throwing now.
Stay relaxed. Breathe.
Nicely done. Side control now. Good work from the top here by Muhammad. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Nice strike from the bottom fighter there. Muhammad's back in full mount. Under 2 minutes now to go in the fight. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. And right into side control. Muhammad's able to transition back to side control now.
Beautiful transition. In the half guard.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Under 1 minute to go, fifth and final round. Muhammad's back inside control here. Oh, it looks like he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. A lot of body weight from the top position. How does he go about trying to... Muhammad's looking for that arm triangle now. Oh, he might be in trouble here. Oh, gives up on the submission now. We'll see where he goes from here. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Well, you know he's comfortable fighting off of his back. Muhammad's back in half guard. Lands with the ground and pound here. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure.
Good job being a threat off your back and not allowing your opponent to get comfortable.
All-out action right through the final minute. Nobody in this arena is sitting down. What a fight. The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47. For the winner by unanimous decision, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad.
All right, no surprise as the wrestler gets his hand raised here tonight. You got to think he's going to enjoy watching this fight back. Just given the quality of the opposition, given how much pressure he put on himself to perform, this was a masterpiece.
It is one thing to win a fight, and everybody wants to finish. Not all finishes are better than decisions. This guy fought a wonderful fight. He did so good at controlling his opponent, at making him fight where he wanted him to fight, that he cruised to a decision victory.
When it's dinner time, boy, you better give me money. 150 on the dash to the finish line.